Viewers, because the Prime Minister today at 4 o'clock, the dot of 4, spoke on the back of Unlock 2.0. Now, from tomorrow, a whole new set of guidelines, protocols kick in under the Unlock 2.0. They will continue for about a month. The Prime Minister made 3 big points today in his speech. First of all, he told us that this is not the time to sit back. Even though India is on top of the COVID crisis, it's not the time to sit back, wear your mask. He's even called upon the citizenry in general to shame others who are not following social responsibility, social distancing, as well as wearing masks in public. But he said that given the fact that the last 3 months have been the hardest on the poor, he is going to increase the ambit, widen the ambit of the free food scheme, which is the largest in the world, and extend it all the way up to November. Guess what? The opposition comes out and says, this is all politics, time to the Bihar elections. Let me go across to some of those who are making the point from the opposition ranks. Before that, listen into the Prime Minister for a minute and a half.
एक और बड़ी बात है जिसने दुनिया को भी हैरान किया है, आश्चर्य में डुबो दिया है, वो ये कि कोरोना से लड़ते हुए भारत में 80 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोगों को 3 महीने का राशन, यानी परिवार के हर सदस्य को 5 किलो गेहूं या चावल मुफ्त दिया गया। इसके अतिरिक्त प्रति परिवार हर महीने 1 किलो दाल भी मुफ्त दी गई। जुलाई से धीरे धीरे त्योहारों का भी माहौल बनने लगता है। अब आप देखिए, अभी 5 जुलाई को गुरु पूर्णिमा है, फिर सावन शुरू हो रहा है, फिर 15 अगस्त आएगी, रक्षाबंधन आएगा, कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी आएगी, गणेश चतुर्थी आएगी, ओणम होगा, और आगे जाएं तो काटी बिहू है, नवरात्रि है, दुर्गा पूजा है, दशहरा है, दीपावली है, छठी मैया की पूजा है। त्योहारों का ये समय जरूरतें भी बढ़ाता है, खर्च भी बढ़ाता है।
Viewers, one set of opposition leaders led by the Congress says that the Prime Minister is playing to the galleries ahead of the Bihar elections and a little later in the year to the Bengal elections. These are all done to keep people happy who were upset with him for letting them down. Another set of politicians led by Mr. Owaisi say that the Prime Minister has betrayed his allegedly inherent communal bias by leaving out in the list of festivals that he cited Eid. I want to go across to Ghanshyam Tiwari for more on this. Ghanshyam Tiwari, do you subscribe to the criticism of Mr. Modi today after his speech?
Well, I believe that it is a step in the right direction. The poor in this country need more than what the Prime Minister has offered. From the point of offering 20 lakh crore package, which amounts to roughly 80,000 of benefits for each Indian family, which has not resulted in anything, to paltry 5 kgs is not enough. Today, there is an article that speaks about how Food Corporation has 100 million metric tons of food of grains available, and the government of India can easily offer 10 kgs if it wants. They will also be able to procure another time in November, which would be around 47-48 million metric tons, which was the procurement in last year, November. So the government of India should not play in a miserly manner. As far as the poor is concerned, we have seen their cruel behavior towards the poor and working class when they stopped the trains and forced our migrants to march for hundreds of kilometers. And so far, the government has not given them anything. In the Prime Minister's speech today, he spoke about how the government has offered a paltry sum of 1,000 to 500 to 1,500 rupees per family in the last 3 months. That is it. People have spent much more than that, many times more than that, just to reach their villages. because the government stopped trains and buses without giving prior notice to people.
Okay,
so this
so you
government
believe that this is all once
playing-
again politics, but callous politics, miserly behavior of the government. Ajay Alok, would you like to respond?
Well, I don't respond to negative people because their mind is filled with negativity. What I would like to congratulate the Prime Minister that just 1 month back,
Yes.
the Bihar government, under the leadership of Mr. Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister, we had sent a proposal to the Prime Minister to give
Yes.
the food for 3 months to the people of Bihar for free. And I really congratulate the foresightedness of the Prime Minister and the vision of the Prime Minister that instead of giving it only to Bihar, he considered the whole nation for it, and that too for 3 months. Because these people, they have never fought poverty. They don't know what is poverty and what does chana means. For obviously, cheen and chana is the same thing. So how do you respond to people like that? Go to the villages of this country. Ghanshyam Tiwari lives in Delhi. His party does politics in UP, but he rarely visits the villages. What is the value of 5 kgs of wheat and 5 kgs of rice and 1 kg of pulse? You will come to know when you will face the crisis of that. You haven't seen it, how many community kitchens are being run, were being run in Bihar and UP, and how people just, they were dependent on that. So till November, if we are getting the food grains, it is the biggest thing what a government can do, and don't mind it. In his speech, Prime Minister said many things we are to follow. If there is more crisis, the more food will come out. You need not worry about that because he is in the command. And today I congratulate the Prime Minister for this. And this is not the time for doing PT politics. If I start doing PT politics, then I'll start saying that go and ask Toti from Akhilesh Yadav, sell it and give it to the people. Why didn't you do it then? So right now, what is the time is needed that we are fighting Corona, we are fighting China. At the same time, we are compelled to fight Congress and Communist. And please, all this
Ghanshyam
combination
Tiwari,
creates a
negativity,
chaos. Let's not create
opposition
a chaos
for
in
the sake of
country. We should
opposition.
deal with the country.
Here is a government that has hollowed out Bihar for 15 years. They have not given 10 jobs in the last 3 months.
So why do they
can't
keep
think
getting
of
voted
10
back?
good schools in Bihar. Not one good hospital. The only COVID
Are you
hospital in
doubting
Bihar is
given a
thinking
job?
under
Are you
flood.
doubting the wisdom?
So for
You were
Ajay
given a
Alok, my
job.
parents still are in Bihar, in a village in Bihar. So if you don't know anything, here is a man who's blatantly lying.
You were
He
given
may
a
be
job in our
profiting
party.
Just because he runs the hospital. But please don't get
No,
Yes,
since
you
you
were
did
given
so
a job
much
in
for
my
Uttar
party.
Pradesh, why are you out of power? And why is a government that does nothing for Bihar? No, re-elected time and again. How does that work?
Re-elected, you backstab a mandate and you say re-elected time and again. You
Backstab?
10 industries, 10 companies that have gone to Bihar.
No, are you talking about backstabbing? No, Samajwadi Party talking about opportunistic politics. You tied up with Mayawati. You tied up with the Congress. I mean, what are you talking about?
Bihar, there's not one university.
What are you talking about? You're talking about opportunism. You're dictating to the world.
For Ajay Alok to tell us about what good governance is like.
My dear Ghanshyam Tiwari, I think you've forgotten you were once in the party.
Not loyal to his father and uncle.
It's really strange.
No. And he was not once in the party. He was given a job in the party. He was being paid in the party.
Well,
He's telling that
lying.
he's
Ajay
not
Alok
given
is
10
lying.
jobs.
There you go.
I used to write the blogs as a spokesperson.
Right there on
Ajay
front
Alok
of
is
my
a
screen,
turncoat.
one
He
job
joined
is there.
from BSP. He joined
One
the
job is
party
there
from
in front of
BSP.
my
He runs
screen.
the hospital.
And
He
now,
must be
please
engaged in
don't
corrupt
talk
practices.
about
Gosh,
why
look
he
at this.
don't
Look
talk
at this,
about
viewers.
corrupt
This is what I call. This is what I call. No. This is what I call low blows. This is what I call low blows. When we have nothing, you really have to scrape the bottom of the pork barrel. That's exactly what you're seeing. Nonetheless, let me quickly go across to Mr. Amit Malviya and ask him, Mr. Amit Malviya, you've heard the opposition. There are several other sound bites that have come today. I don't have the time to play them, but you all know they're accusing you of today trying to bribe the electorate ahead of the Bihar elections and the Bengal elections which follow. Quick response to that.
Rahul, this program of ensuring food for 80 crore people has been in motion since the lockdown was announced. Clearly, it was not announced keeping in mind any elections. And the Prime Minister has been sensitive enough to ensure that given the recovery that we are seeing and the time that it is taking, we must ensure that our poor have enough on their plate. And that is why this program has been extended. If it was only keeping an election in mind, then there are several other programs like the Garib Rozgar Karikram that the Prime Minister has launched for those who have returned back. There is a mapping of their skill sets that is happening. Jobs are being provided to them. Extension of
okay, several other things could have been contemplated, says the Bharatiya Janata Party. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, what do you make of this diatribe against the Prime Minister today for actually responding to the criticism leveled against him by the opposition earlier and trying to address it? They first said, you starved the migrants. Now they've gone back home and he's actually opening the granaries to the migrants, but he's still being pilloried. How do you explain this?
Yes, before I do that, Rahul, wasn't Mr. Owaisi the same guy who forced his MLA or MP, Mr. Varis Pathan, to publicly apologize for chanting Ganpati Bappa Bhoria? And he's the same guy now castigating Modi for not mentioning Bakrid. Anyway, to come back to this, Rahul, you have to understand that there is no doubt that the BJP under Modi has snatched the pro-poor, pro-farmer mantle from the Congress. And that is why the latter feels aggrieved. Of course, it is wholly another matter that as a nation you have to be rich to be pro-poor, i.e. socialist welfare policies can only work effectively in a capitalist state. And we aren't, the latter under the BJP and have never been under the Congress. Nonetheless, returning to the issue, let me just give you the facts. And I'm not talking of years past. I'm talking of the measures taken in the past 2 months by this government. So please bear with me for 30 seconds. 1 lakh crore for agri-infrastructure fund. 20,000 crores to fishermen, 10,000 crores to micro food, 14,000 crores for cattle vaccination, 4,000 crores for herbal plants, 15,000 crores for animal husbandry infrastructure, massive increase in Manrega budget, Essential Commodities Act has been amended, state barriers removed, contract farming realized, markets have been integrated. Yes, of course, this should have been done decades ago, but then so should have been nearly everything in our country. You see, measures, both financial and reforms announced by this government are vital. And the Congress, honestly, can keep on cribbing as much as it wants.
Well, we leave it at that, viewers. Don't have more time. Completely out of time. We also, of course, broke a big story today about how an individual who's under the scanner, Mehul Choksi, funded the Congress party's think tank, the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, using a shell company. Why would Mehul Choksi do that? Why was it a secret transaction? Why did he feel sheepish about offering 10 lakhs on the face of it to this Congress Sonia Gandhi-led think tank? Think about that, viewers. Those papers are proof. The Choksi Congress secret pact is out. We've exposed it. The questions now stare back at the nation. We leave it at that. Navika Kumar with the news are next.